The following is for entertainment purposes only. We are not financial advisors. We are not responsible for any losses, only the profits.
What's happening, Octo family? We're going to take a look at Humbl. Y'all heard of them? Humbl. Fast casual favorites, all plant-based, 100% fresh from all natural ingredients, crafted from celebrities. That's not what I'm doing a video on. I just thought it was funny because when I first saw a picture of this hamburger and that nasty looking cheese on top and the patty, I was like, that looks disgusting. What is this? One of our patrons was asking us to take a look at Humbl. And it was at first what I thought it was. I was like, that looks so nasty, man. I'm gonna find out that's not what we're looking up here. We're looking up something that's actually kind of cool. I'd call it like maybe like a competitor to Stripe, right? Maybe like a super small baby starting version of Stripe. Could be pretty neat. Still kind of risky. Tesoro Enterprise, you heard of that? What is it? I have no idea. Tesoro Enterprise is a clean shell trading on the pink sheets. What does that mean? Pink sheets, it just means it's hard to buy. People on Robinhood and Webull might not be able to buy it. Shell, we've been talking about these a little bit. A lot of weird penny stocks kind of do shell things. What are they in a sense? It's kind of like a SPAC. Kind of like a SPAC. Dude can buy something just to acquire other businesses underneath the SPAC or the shell and then create a big business out of it. Something like that. But this dude on Stock Twits, he wrote a SPAC. His name is Wolf of SPAC Street. He said he's bullish on ticker TSNP. For the newbies here, read this piece. Mentioned in the same article as Nikola, LCA, and FSR. While many investors are chasing SPAC deals on the NASDAQ and NYSE, priced over $10, the TSNP Humbl deal is under 5 cents. The upside in TSNP Humbl far outweighs any SPAC deal investors are chasing on the big boards. The only problem you're going to have is that you didn't buy more. Sound fair enough, punk? Add that last part. You didn't say the P word. Hey, the stock has risen since. He was totally right. He must be right at everything this dude says. What do you think? I don't think that's true. But when someone first told me about this is the place they sent me to go look, and I was reading through this guy's stuff, and I was like, oh man. It wasn't until I got hit a couple times by people that like, just look up Humbl, and I was like, all right. So I didn't look this dude up. I just looked up Humbl. Regardless, there are pumpers out there of this for decent reasons. But Tesoro Enterprises, which is the company, we're going to call it the shell, the SPAC-ish thing, is going to merge with Humbl. Humbl is the Stripe thing I was talking about. It's kind of like Stripe. If you don't know what Stripe is, it's what we're hoping PSTH, Mr. Bill Spackman, Mr. Clock, Mr. Time himself is going to take to market. It's like a middleman money processor. It's one of the best businesses in the world. Why? Because it's liquid. You set it up. It's just, you're the middleman for money. You don't gotta just build a store or build a product or go through R&D. None of that. You just build a program. Just charge people to move money. A global payments and financial services network. So this is big. So Tesoro is looking to merge with Humbl. Great. We got more info on the site as always. If you want to read more, it's down in the description. So who is Humbl? A new digital way to use money. Humbl allows you to send, receive, exchange, and borrow money at up to an estimated 50% savings versus competitors. Humbl only charges 1% versus banks charge 4 to 6%. Transparent, low rates. Banks often add big margins to their currency exchange rates, which is costing your bottom line. Humbl executes competitive market exchange rates, which with fees as low as 1%. Global payments for emerging markets. Humbl will be working in Latin America, the Caribbean, Africa, and the Asia Pacific, in countries that have been overlooked and underserved by traditional payments and financial service providers. Something Stripe is talking about doing too, right? They just bought the biggest payment processor in Africa, I believe. Loan services, lots of money here. Loans. Help customers apply for competitive rate loan products. Why? Because they're a middleman for loan companies, and the loan companies pay them a percent of the percent that they are charging the people, which ends up to a lot of money. Humbl Hubs, merchant software. So they got merchant software. Merchant software is if you got a business and you're trying to move stuff or sell stuff, it's the in-between for buying and selling stuff. Contactless payments, so they're hitting the March thing, right? Instant POS, point of service software for deeper connections with your customers. I love it. Text ordering, seamlessly pay and pick up programs. It's cool. I mean, my question is it really just text ordering? Because if people have to download the Humbl app and then text order, it's not as cool. But if people can just text that weird number that a lot of businesses get, and the business then sees it show up on their program like this, that's cool, because then the business can just sit there on that one program and that's it. I like it. Customer relationship management, CRM, it's big too. So they can see the person's detail. Maybe you take their picture without asking them, upload it. Send money. Humbl allows you to split a bill or send money around the world to multiple countries. Exchange money. Humbl allows you to skip the line and instantly exchange money. Instantly. You hear that? In multiple currencies. That's a big deal. Why? Because banks are still 1,000 years behind, dude. It still takes actually 7 days to fully have money moved between banks if the bank does not use cryptocurrency. Blockchain technology, let's call it. That is one of the beautiful things of crypto, is how fast you can transfer it. Boom. It's the problem with money, and especially when you're switching between USD and Mexico or Japan or whatever. It's not something that just is going to happen to snap fingers unless you use blockchain technology. Mr. Wolf of SPAC Street himself, he said, this image is found on Humbl's website. You cannot use another company's logo without consent. A potential partnership with T-Mobile, which is AT&T, I believe, would literally send this to the stratosphere. We're talking perhaps another Genesis or Kodak. Y'all surf Kodak type of run. Could be, man. Is he completely right? This one might have a backbone to it. Seems pretty decent. What is he talking about? On their website, they've got a logo of AT&T in here. I'm not sure anything is 100% set in stone with these people, but I don't know. I wasn't able to find the AT&T 100% clarified connection. But as he said, it is on one of their pages on their site. They could be using AT&T somewhere in the middle of all that, like the texting thing. That's great. More recent news. Earlier this week, the company announced that it partnered with Singapore Cyberbeat and made an investment in Humbl LLC. It is a major deal for Tesoro, and its decision to team up with Cyberbeat, a well-known fintech company, could prove to be an excellent move. The investment has been made entirely in cash. Why not, From Tesoro and Cyberbeat. By the way, the agreement, Cyberbeat is going to get the non-exclusive right to use, distribute, and sell technologies created by Humbl and Humbl Hubs. The operations are going to be based in a dynamic Asia-Pacific region and are going to commerce in 2021. That's next year. That's 28 days. Maybe. That's huge. Moreover, Humbl is a large company with some areas which are involved, including national payment services, banks, financial services, among others. Cyberbeat seeks to leverage its presence in the Asia-Pacific region and bring those services to its pool of clients. One of the most underserved areas of the world is right there. We're talking about MLAC, Malacca Straits, the Asia-Pacific, we're going to call it, the Thailand type of places, right? Down south a little bit, just north of Australia a little bit, right? There are so many people there, and it's underserved in so many areas, and this is one of them. So they might be saying, Stripe, you can have Africa. We're taking South Pacific. Fantastic. It's not really a surprise that there is such excitement about the fact that Tesoro managed to become a part of this transaction. The investment will also provide Humbl with the opportunity to take its projects to far bigger places, Vietnam, Nepal, Myanmar, and India, among others. Huge. Monster markets there. The team is actually, let's give it like a B or C, I don't know, Not 100% of people have Harvard degrees. Me personally, I'm totally okay with that. Just saying, we're used to SPACs where every single CEO has got a Harvard MBA, right? But the CEO, Mr. Brian Foot, is a founder of Humbl and leads the daily operations of the company. Brian brings with him 20 years of consumer technology experience and having launched a number of top-ranking global technology products across brand market research, strategy, channel sales, companies like Epson. It's actually pretty big. He's got a pretty good background. A lot of them do. Where he was twice named the CEO Innovators Award for cross-functional work on consumer technology lineup and went #1 in the world in sales in the respective categories. This guy's actually sharp, right? Smart dude. He was also worked with Fortune 500 clients such as Amazon, Best Buy, Costco, Walmart, Target. The beauty of this is he's probably still got some phone numbers, right? Might be able to call him and be like, dude, hey, I started my own thing, UCLA though, Penn. He also went to Penn. He did go to MIT. Certifications in blockchain payments, digital and social media at MIT. Did you know that MIT offered a course on blockchain payments? Pretty interesting. Also degree and was on a NCAA Final Four soccer team. This guy's a machine, dude. I like him. In 2020, and he was featured as a speaker surrounding the positive impact of Humbl's digital payments cross-border remittance and leading the Asia-Pacific Oceania region on government programs and national GDPs in conjunction with the UN 2030 agenda. So again, this is showing he has got some phone numbers, right? Government programs, national GDPs in conjunction with the UN 2030 agenda. Dude's probably got some really awesome connections. We didn't build Humbl for the 450 million digital customers using Apple Pay, but for the 7 billion people for whom money has a totally different set of global pathways, access points, and cost structures, according to him. It's good. So, not everyone's got an Apple phone. Only 450 people have Apple Pay. That's a lot of people, but not when there's a total of 7 billion in the world. 6.5 that don't. Pretty big. Team's actually pretty good. We've got a lot of backgrounds like MoneyGram. MoneyGram, we've talked about them. They actually use blockchain to move money. So with MoneyGram, you can wire money to Mexico. It goes real fast. How do they do it? Blockchain. Western Union, Visa, American Express, Epson, again, Microsoft, Facebook, Qualcomm. How about more news with Humbl? Yeah, they're hitting the news good, which is also great. Humbl mobile app and Humbl Hubs merchant solutions deliver successful pilot transactions between the United States and Mexico. So they've been piloting this. This came out 2 days ago, right? So they're testing it. It's on the OTC ticker, TSNP. Come read more if you want. Unlike US-only mobile wallets like Venmo or Zelle, we designed Humbl so that it can go along with customers and merchants into places like Latin America, enabling them to transact with each other seamlessly in a new digital economy. There's a lot to go over and there's tons of information, but I think that's kind of the gist of it. But that's huge. I know a family that has been making money for decades, being the middleman for exchanging money with South America, Mexico, United States, and whatever other currency you have. So if you go on vacation to Ecuador and you're coming from the United States and all you got is a bunch of United States bills or a credit card, they will gladly exchange that money for a fee. Right? These guys will do it, but they'll do it for way less. You think that that company only charges 1%? No, they're going to charge way more than 1%. These guys only charge 1% and they wire it instantly. And it can be whatever currency you want. You know, it converts, it does all that for you. It's pretty sweet. US dollars on the blockchain with the mobile wallet. So they've got the whole mobile wallet thing too. There's a lot. Point of service contracts. Got some near-term catalysts coming out. How about this? Humbl and Tesoro Enterprise will be hosting an investor call at 5 p.m. Eastern on December 9th. That's by the end of next week, I think. Maybe next Friday, 2020. Please register below if you want to register to watch it. I'll try to record it. Please remind me because I've actually missed a couple of these lately. But regardless, if you want to do that, I've got the link down in the description. Just go and this is a link here. You click on it and register yourself. That's going to be it for that. What do you guys think? I think this one is, it's definitely ground floor, slightly ground floor. They've already got the product. They're already in the middle of proving it. Now we just need to see the results. And they're probably going to talk about it here in a week. I bet you we get a decent run up coming up to this. And then if this is good news, this could just take off. What if they announce they got a partnership or a pending partnership with this brand, that brand? It could be huge. Did you remember how much I said this thing is going for right now? Imagine if this thing hit $5. Or like Mr. SPAC of Wall SPAC trade, what if it hit $10? Like those overpriced SPACs. It's a lot of multiplying. That's why we're here, right? How would I treat this? I have a decent amount of confidence in this. I wouldn't call this a total lottery ticket scratcher, but you know, don't be backing up the truck and going all in on this thing either, right? You know, if I had to put a percent of your portfolio, your speculation part of your portfolio, I'd say 5-10%. Something like that. Or 1%. Just, I'm going to tell you 1%. How about that? Just 1%. We're moving on now to some market news. I just had to let you know the S&P Dow Jones indices to launch cryptocurrencies indexes in 2021. This came out today. This is big news. Illumination of the stock graph is seen in the representations of virtual currency, Bitcoin, in the picture illustrated taken. Yep. Division of Financial Data Provider TSNP Global Inc. said on Thursday that it will launch cryptocurrency indices in 2021, making it the latest major finance company to enter the nascent asset class. Just wait. S&P and DJI branded products will use data from New York-based virtual currency company Luca on more than 550 of the top traded coins. It's huge news, everybody. By the way, can we invest in Luca? Does anyone know what that is? I would like to invest in Luca. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Also, we've been whooping it on our Discord lately with the plays. We've been having some crazy runs-ups. I got some information that I cannot make public, even though it's kind of public on there, but at least it's hidden in the background. Regardless, it's some pretty huge news. If you haven't joined the Patreon, please do it. If you don't get your money back within a month, something is seriously wrong, and just let us know and we'll help you out. But we've got some awesome plays in there. We're building a great community. If you haven't subscribed, please do that too, or just share this video with your friends or family. It definitely always helps out the channel.
Did you know that we give away free silver? Simply leave a comment on the video, and as long as you're in the continental United States, you can be automatically entered to win. Please friend us on Twitter and StockTwits.